Hello, my dear students. நம்ம பாட்னியோட 50 questions discuss பண்ணிட்டோம். நம்மளோட மார்க் டெஸ்டோட questions discuss பண்ணிட்டோம். We are going to enter to the zoological questions. But zoology அப்படிங்கிறதும் ரொம்ப சிம்பிள் தான். நம்ம லைன் பை லைன் NCERT கிளியரா படிச்சா மட்டும் தான் zoology question நம்ம கரெக்டா அட்டெண்ட் பண்ண முடியும். So we can move to the first questions. Question number 51. The questions correctly match the list 1 and list 2. But list 1ல என்ன கொடுத்திருக்காங்க, list 2ல என்ன கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. For list 1, some things of the bones, list of bones is given. In the list 2 is given some things related to the number of bones usually presented in the particular bones. For the concept is related to locomotion and movements. The concept is related to locomotions and movement. One of the easiest lesson in the zoological concept. மொத்தமே ஒரு 3 பேஜ் இருக்கக்கூடிய. We need to be remember 206 bones clearly. மொத்தம் இருக்கிற 206 போனையும் கிளியரா படிச்சுக்கிட்டா definitely we can get the marks. There is no doubt. அதே மாதிரி actin and myosin ஓட structures. How the muscle contraction will occur. இதுதான் பேசிக்கான questions. But directly the questions come from the bones. The question related to bones. The study of bones is called osteology and so on. But bones are the first questions. Cranial bones, facial bones, axial skeleton, vertebrocontral ribs, lumbar vertebra and angle bones. When we come to the first one, cranial bones, total is going to presented is 8. Total number of cranial bones is will be presented 8. Only for cranium, they are going to ask only the cranium. Cranium plus facial is collectively called 22. அவங்க கேட்கறது cranial தனியா கேட்டுக்காங்க, facial தனியா கேட்டுக்காங்க. அப்ப cranial bones 8 என்னென்ன அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா, this is the frontal bones. This is the first region is called frontal bones. Parietal bones, temporal bones is 2. அதே மாதிரி occipital bones, sphenoid and ethmoids எல்லாத்தையும் கால்குலேட் பண்ணா நமக்கு 8 வரும். அதே மாதிரி facial bones அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோம்னா we have going to total number of facial bones is 14. Maxilla, mandibles, homers, lacrimals, palatine, then inferior nasal cavals. ஒரு 14 போன் இருக்கு. நம்பர்ஸ் நம்ம கரெக்டா நேம்ஸ் வந்து ஞாபகம் வச்சணும் அப்படின்னு தேவையில்லை. நம்மளுக்கு நம்பர்ஸ் இஸ் வெரி வெரி எசென்சியல். பட் டோட்டல் நம்பர் ஆஃப் ஃபேசியல் போன்ஸ் அப்படிங்கிறது 14. அப்ப axial skeleton there is no doubt. Axial skeleton total number of bones is 80. Axial bones 80. Appendicular bones அதாவது சென்ட்ரல் ஆக்சிஸ்ல இருக்கக்கூடிய போன்ஸ் வந்து 80. The central axis depend பண்ணிருக்க bone appendicular bones is 126. Totally 206 bones. But vertebral ribs அப்படிங்கிறது என்ன? Already we know about the ribs, rib cage. Yeah, this is completely covered by the lungs. Rib cage is totally presented true ribs, false ribs and floating ribs. But true ribs otherwise called vertebrosternal ribs அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. True ribs otherwise called vertebrosternal ribs. Sternal ribs. Question நம்மளுக்கு அது கிடையாது. vertebrosternal ribs கிடையாது. And number is 1 to 7. Number is called 1 to 7. About vertebrocontral ribs otherwise called as the false ribs. Vertebrocontral ribs otherwise called false ribs. But total number of false ribs is usually presented. The total number of vertebrocontral ribs is false ribs going to present is called 6. Vertebrocontral ribs is called 6. About 8, 9, 10. Number 8, 9, 10. 11 and 12 is known very well, the floating ribs. There is no directly not connected by the vertebral column as well as terms. The vertebrocontral ribs is nothing but false ribs otherwise called. The lumbar vertebra, you know very well the vertebral column is going to divide into cervical regions, thoracic regions, lumbar regions, coccygeals and sacros. But only they are going to ask the lumbar vertebra. The lumbar vertebra totally is called 5. Total number is called 5. The total number of angle bone is called 7. So we need to remember the 206 bones correctly, their numbers. So when we consider, we are going to correlate the answers or the options. The correct option is called 4. So the first one is the 4, second one is the 5th, the third one, C is the 6th one, D is 2, E is 1 and F is equal to 3. So this kind of the question definitely we can expect at our examinations. Direct question கேட்காம number கொஞ்சம் confuse பண்ற மாதிரி. But what is the other name of angle bones? The angle bones is also called dorsals. Dorsals and metadorsals. Like this is the most important. Direct angle bone அப்படின்னு கேட்கலாம். இல்ல அப்படின்னா dorsals நம்பர் என்னன்னு கேட்கலாம். இப்போ போன்ல இருந்து ஒரு क्वेश्चन கேட்கணும். இல்ல டைரக்டா क्वेश्चन கேட்கனா ஆக்டினோட ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் கொடுத்து கேட்கலாம், இல்ல மயோசினோட ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் கொடுத்து கேட்கலாம், இல்ல மெக்கானிசம் மசில் கான்ட்ராக்ஷன் கேட்கலாம். அதனால லோகோமோஷன் அண்ட் மூவ்மெண்ட் ஒன் ஆஃப் த ஈஸியஸ்ட் வே டு ஸ்கோரிங் த மார்க். keep it in your mind clearly. கொஞ்சம் கான்சென்ட்ரேட் கிளியரா படிப்படி. So question number 52, this is coming from the neural control and coordinations. Yeah. So which of the following statements is correct? You know very well impulse of transmission, electrical synapse is very slow. This is not at all correct. Basically, the electrical synapse has a point-to-point connected inside our body. The message usually spreads very speedily in the synapse, electrical synapse. But when we compare with the chemical synapse is very slow. Electrical synapse or electrical transmission is very fast, high accuracy, very fast. Therefore, the neurotransmitters are going to have just acetylcholine. So, is maximum sequence. So, the first statement is incorrect. The statement is incorrect. So, the second one, the word is given unmyelinated nerve fibers are commonly found in autonomic nervous system and somatic neural system. This is the correct statement. Basically, the unmyelinated nerve fibers usually present in the autonomic nervous system, and somatic neural system. The third statement, the multipolar neurons basically specialized found in the cerebral cortex. This is also correct statement. So third statement also correct. Neural organizations is very simple in the human beings. Our human is highly advanced mammals. A simple neural organization is not sufficient to do our work efficiently. By invertebrate, the first porifera is mainly contains some kind of tubular structures, then ganglion cells appear, then the well-defined neural system is present. So the neural organization is very complex in the human beings. So the correct statement is only 2 and 3. So the correct answer is 2 and 3 is the 4 answer is correct. But 2 and 3 is the correct, 1 and 4 is the incorrect statements. So question number 53, which statement is not correctly about the glomerulus filtration? Subject is related to excretory product and their eliminations. Well, urine formation is mainly carried out by 3 basic steps. The one is called as the ultrafiltrations. Yeah. Second one is called reabsorptions. Third one is called secretions. Some questions related about the glomerulus filtration, otherwise called ultrafiltrations. Glomerulus filtration, otherwise called ultrafiltrations. Yeah, ultrafiltrations. So here the first question is given on the average of 1,100 to 1,200 milliliter of blood is filtered by the kidney per minute. This is the correct statement. Yeah, this is the correct statement. So this is the correct statement. Yes. So the statement one, average of the humans is able to filter 1,100 to 1,200 blood is filtered by the kidney per minute. So the glomerulus capillary blood pressure is caused by, this is the most important, caused by through the three layers, the endotheliums of the blood vessels, basement membrane, and the structures. So the third one, GFR is a healthy individual approximately 125 milliliter per minute or 180 liter per day. So out of formation of 180, just 1.5 liters is going to liberated as a form of urine. All the other substances is going to reabsorb. When we complete the glomerulus filtrations, the complete blood plasma is filtered. It's not possible. The complete plasma is need to be filtered in the ultrafiltration. Some amount of protein is be escapes. The complete plasma is not filtered the ultrafiltration. Some amount of proteins unable to filter. So the incorrect statements, the not correct statement is complete blood plasma is filtered in the ultrafiltration process is not correct. So some amount of protein is unable to filter it through the process. So question number 54. Yeah, this is the basic question from the living world. Yeah, taxonomy hierarchy. When we think about the taxonomy hierarchy, so this is the systematic arrangement of the organisms. So taxon, this is the unit of classifications. The word is given clear. Any rank, when we specify the words, classifications or taxonomical unit of any ranks. When we studied about the kingdom further divided into phylum for the animals, division for plants, class, order, family, then finally genus. The species, genus, then species. The species is the basic unit of classifications. Okay? By any kind of plant, it may be kingdom. It may be kingdom. or it may be the division or phylum. Division or phylums. So we can say correctly, the taxon is the classificatory unit of any kind of taxons. So it's the compendium of the international rules of the nomenclature. This is not a correct answer. So the correct answer is 3. So we will discuss about the 55 questions. Which is the following plays an important role to produce the concentrated urines? I know the very well the structures. This is called as the first structure is called afferent arteriole. Then afferent arterioles is going to create the Bowman capsule. Sorry, the glomerulus. Then Bowman capsule. The first structure is called PCT. Then loop of Henle. Then DCT. Then finally collecting ducts. The tube is going to coming from whatever the structure is going to parallelly runs. This is called as the vasa recta. Vasa recta. Vasa recta is the parallel U-shaped tubular structure is formed along with the loop of Henle. But which of the following plays a significant role to produce the concentrated urine? The concentrated urine is one of the most peculiar character of mammalians. So the primary structure is called Henle loop and vasa recta. The collecting, see each and every tubule has a certain specific functions. PCT has certain specific functions. At the same time, the DCT, loop of descending loop of Henle, ascending loop of Henle, எல்லாத்துக்குமே ஸ்பெசிஃபிக்கான ஃபங்க்ஷன் இருக்கு. அப்ப கான்சென்ட்ரேட்டட் யூரின் ஃபார்ம் ஆகிறதுக்கு யாரு முழுக்க காரணமா இருக்காங்கன்னா Henle loop as well as vasa recta is the primary structures. Question number 56. So this is the important questions from the 12th standard. Consider the following statements. Some kind of the disease things is explanation, characteristics given by the questions. So Salmonella is the pathogenic bacterium. Salmonella typhi is a bacteria. This is the primary responsible causing the typhoid fever. You know very well. Specifically sustained high fever, the degree level 39 to 40. This is the presence. Intestinal preparation of in the severe cases. Confirmed by the viral test. The viral test is the confirmatory test for the typhoid fever. Yeah? The Mary Mallon was the carriers. Unknowingly, the Mary Mallon is going to spread the disease for many years. They are normal customers. So this is the correct answer is typhoid based on the statements. What about the others? Plague. The plague also bacterial disease is caused by Yersinia pestis. Yersinia pestis. At the same time, diphtheria is also bacterial disease is caused by Corynebacterium diphtheriae. Corynebacterium diphtheriae. Those are bacterial disease, not related to the statements. When we come to the fourth, this is not relevant to our questions. Dysentery, Shigella dysenteriae is the bacteria. This is responsible for dysentery. So based on the statements, we can come to the conclusions. This statement related to typhoid fever, not for other bacterial disease. So whenever we can study about the human health and disease, we supposed to be give importance to the drugs and alcohol abuse, the opioid drugs, cannabinoid drugs, and cocoa-alkaloid drugs. We need to be important to the AIDS as well as cancers. Immunity is the most important things. Okay. And move on to the next questions. Question number 57. Identify the correct statements. This is also a question from the Living Board. So the first statements, the binomial system of nomenclatures was given by Carolus Linnaeus is correct. There is no doubt. Binomial system of nomenclatures is going to be introduced by the Carolus Linnaeus. The Carolus Linnaeus is considered as the father of taxonomy. The statement number 2, the animal taxonomists have evolved to the use of the principles of, this is the International Code of Botanical Nomenclature, but the word is given instead of ICZNs. The term is given as the ICBNs. So this is the incorrect statements. This is the incorrect statements. So the basis of the taxonomy is 4. First, we need to give the proper character to the individual species. Then based on the character, we need to be identified. Based on the identification, we are going to grouping the organism into similar and dissimilar organism. Finally, we are going to assign or provide a specific name to the organisms called nomenclatures. Characterization, identification, classification, and nomenclature. This is the correct rules of the basis of taxonomy. The word systematic derived from the language is not a Greek. This is Latin. Yeah, basically, the Latin is the dead language. Nowhere in the European country they are not using the Latin. This is a completely dead language. That's why the language, the word systematic is derived from the language Latin, is not the Greek. And the word systema, which means a systematic arrangement of organisms. Only the problem is only the incorrect evidence about the Greek. Latin is the correct answer. Linnaeus used the systematic systema naturae in the title of publication is correct. So this is only the D is the incorrect options. The correct answer is A, C, and E. The correct answer is A, C, E is the first options. So we need to study or analyze the proper sense of the informations. Bookல என்ன கொடுத்திருக்காங்களோ அது கரெக்டா ரீட் பண்ணிட்டு final we can finalize the conclusions. Yeah, question number 58. This is also a question from the neural control and coordination. The simplest question, very simple. The neuron is the specific for the following characteristics. A neuron is a specific. What are the primary functions? What is the ultimate function of the neurons? A neuron is responsible for control and coordinations. Yeah, we have the two different kind of the system. One is called neural system, other one is called as the endocrine system. Neural system, some information is going to move on very fast with the help of the electrical impulses, but chemical coordination is going to occur somewhat slow. The primary function of neuron, the specialized nerve cells, is the primary function is called DEXs. Yeah, we have the photoreceptors, phonoreceptor, gustatory receptor, thigmoreceptors. The receptor primary function is detection. Detection is first. After detecting, is going to receive the information, then transmit to the next neurons. Transmission of stimulus to one neuron to other neurons. In between the two adjacent neurons, the muscular gap is called synapse. So the correct answer is 2. The formation, destruction, and transmission of stimulus, there is no possible to match with the neuron. The modification, receiving, and destruction of stimulus is not possible. The modification, destruction, and transmission of stimulus is not possible. Only the possible detection, receiving, and transmission of stimulus from one neuron to another neuron. So question number 59. Select the incorrect one. This is the most important concept from the functions of tubules. Either we can accept from the urine formations or functions of tubules. So we need to be read each and every lines clearly. NCERT over line proper simple our question. If I am going to ask more than 5 to 6 statements, little bit we can get confused. So this is direct question from the function of tubules. So conditional reabsorption of sodium and water takes place is DCT is correct. There is no doubt. The conditional reabsorptions takes place in the distal convoluted tubules. This is correct statements. The second one, 70 to 80 percentage. 70 to 80 percentage electrolytes as well as water is going to reabsorb by the proximal convoluted tubules. Okay. So the JGE, this is a highly sensitive parts. This is mainly formed by the sensitive regions. This is the primary response for regulation of the kidney functions. The sensitive region formed by the cellular modification. அப்ப ரெண்டு செல் ஒன்னோட ஒன்னு கம்பைன் ஆயிடும் juxtaglomerulus apparatus அப்படிங்கிற ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் கிரியேட் பண்ணும். அப்ப எந்த ரெண்டு செல்லும்? The cellular modification of the distal convoluted tubules, but it's not afferent arterioles. This is caused by afferent arteriole. Efferent கிடையாது. The structure is called efferent arterioles. அப்ப instead of efferents, the correct cellular modification is called afferent arteriole. Distal convoluted tubulum combine ஆகிதான் highly sensitive or special sensitive area is called juxtaglomerulus apparatus is primary responsible for regulation of kidney. The Henle loop and vasa recta plays an important role produce the concentrated urine. Is a correct statement. So this is also correct. This is also correct. Question is called incorrect statement. The incorrect statement is the third one. So question number 60. This is the most important related to chemical control and coordinations. எப்பொழுதுமே chemical control person ரொம்ப important. It is supposed to be read line by line. It is supposed to be understand the each and every words. The glyconeogenesis, glyconolysis, lipolysis. இந்த மாதிரி ஸ்பெசிஃபிக்கான வேர்டுகள் எல்லாமே இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் கொடுக்கணும். கொஸ்டின் நம்பர் 60 கொஞ்சம் கேர்ஃபுல்லா அனலைஸ் பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னா, in which are the following options the hormone is not matched with its functions. The hormone, each and every hormone is called as the intercellular messengers is going to carry the information from one place to other place. Hormone, source and function usually given. The first ones, This is one is the glucocorticoids. This is the adrenal cortex synthesize the glucocorticoids is the primary responsible produce the anti-inflammatory reactions. அதாவது ஒரு wound வந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா அந்த wound clear பண்றதுக்கு specific glucocorticoids யூஸ் ஆகுது. So the vasopressin, you know very well, vasopressin as well as this is the oxytocin is going to source is the posterior pituitary but synthesized by the hypothalamus is responsible for stimulate the reabsorptions of water and electrolytes. But the word is very important. Parathyroid is the answer. Know very well. Parathyroid and glucagon. ரெண்டுக்கும் கரெக்டான டிஃபரன்ஸ் நம்ம புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். Parathyroid is called hypercalcemic hormones. Parathyroid is called hypercalcemic hormones. The hypercalcemic is going to increase the number of calcium ions in the blood. But the statement is given decrease. Decrease is not us. Parathyroid is the source of the thyroid glands, is the primary responsible for increase the blood calcium levels. So this is the correct answer. The incorrect statement, not matched one. This is not matched. This is the incorrect ones. You know very well, melatonin is going to synthesized by the pituitary, specifically pineal glands, is responsible for maintenance of sleep wake cycles, otherwise called circadian rhythms, 24-hour cycle அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. So the correct answer is 3 is mismatched. Question number 61. So this is question coming from the animal kingdoms. எப்பொழுதுமே animal kingdom படிக்கும் பொழுது you need to remember the two tabular forms. The first, the classification is given in the first second page itself. The last page la pathina animal kingdom lesson la pathina or periya tabular column கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. It is going to give the all the characteristics going to combine cumulative form கொடுத்திருப்பாங்க. அந்த tabular column clear-ஆ படிச்சுக்கணும். அதுல என்ன is every character you are able to identify. But the question is asked directly from animal names and their scientific common names. See, the question is related to which of the following is correctly matched. The question related to correctly matched one. So, okay. So you know very well, Obura அப்படிங்கிறது British star. The Obura is the British star. Sea lily அப்படிங்கிறது antitone அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. This is both of them belonging to Echinodermata. So Obira is not a sea lily. Obira is the British star. Obira is the British star. So sea lily antitone. So it's not matched. The word is given correctly matched. You know very well, octopus is called devilfish. Cuttlefish is called sepia. This is also not correctly matched. You know, appendotides. This is called as the penguin. Ostrich, common name is given. The scientific name is called Struthiyu. This is also not correctly matched. The correct answer is Carcharodon is the great white shark. Carcharodon is the great white shark. So animal kingdom the question of பொறுத்தளவு we must remember all the scientific name along with the common name. தெரிஞ்சதா பெட்டரா கொஞ்சம் question attend பண்ணலாம். So question number 62. The partial pressure of oxygens in alveoli of air and oxygenated blood respectively. This is the most important concept. The exchange of gases is mainly occurs due to the partial pressure of some gases. In exchange of gases, only two gases are going to exchange. One is oxygens and carbon dioxide. We are going to inhale oxygens, liberate the carbon dioxide. How the inhalation and exhalation process usually occurs based on the partial pressures. The pressure of gases in the individual pressure of gases in the mixture component is called the partial pressures. We must remember the tabular columns. We must remember the tabular columns. Otherwise, it's a little bit complicated. So first one we need to be write about atmospheric gas. Atmospheric. Yeah. Second one alveoli. Then deoxygenated beds. Deoxygenated beds. Then oxygenated beds. Then tissue. So first we need to be remembers oxygens partial pressure, then CO2 partial pressures. This is the most important thing. Sequence must be remembered correctly. First one is atmospheric pressure, oxygen partial pressure, carbon dioxide partial pressure. Alveoli oxygen partial pressure, carbon dioxide partial pressure. Deoxygenated bloods, yeah, unpurified or impure bloods, oxygenated bloods, then tissue. Very well. First we need to be remembers, yeah, 159 in atmospheres, yeah, 104 in the alveoli. The partial pressure of oxygen 159, 104. Then what we need members? 40, again 95, again 40. How can we remember? First we need to be remember the whatever the columns is given. At all, DOT. Please try to remember the word at all, DOT. That means at is nothing but atmospheric gas, Al for alveoli, D for deoxygenated bloods, O for oxygenated bloods, yeah, D for tissue, T for tissue. So I need to remember only one numbers, 1,59,104. All the others we can easily remember. So this is the 1,59,000. Yeah? Here 40 we are going to apply. Here 95, once again 40. But here 0.3 is the atmospheric concentration of carbon dioxide. We are going to apply 40, 45, again 40, 45. We need to be members. Remember, root memory, this is the need, basic need. We must understand about the tabular column properly. Tabular column questions our answer is partial pressure of oxygen in alveolar air. Our related the alveolar air, partial pressure of oxygen in alveolar air, 104, yeah, mm of Hg. At the same time, oxygenated bloods, here is 95. Here is 95. So the correct answer is 104 mm of Hg and 95. This is the correct answer. All the others are irrelevant. 40 mm of Hg, 45 mm of Hg is not matched with the columns. So only the things we need to be remember the tabular column clearly. Otherwise, we are unable to attend this kind of questions. So question number 63. Identify the incorrect statement of the following with reference to the hemichordata. Very well, hemichordata is the connecting link between the invertebrates and vertebrates. The first one has a rudimentary structure is called polar regions, is called stomachoid. It's the correct statements. This is the correct statements. The second one is excretory organs. It's not a uricose. Excretory organ is a proboscis. So this is the irrelevance. The body of the cylindrical is composed of, yeah, anterior proboscis, the collar cells and long trunk. This is the correct statements. This is the correctly given. The fertilization is not internal. Fertilization is external. The development is indirect. Development is called indirect. So this is also incorrect ones. The correct answer is A and C is the correct answer. The correct answer is, the correct answer is incorrect ones. They are only asking the incorrect ones. So the correct answer is B and D. So third one is the correct answer. Yeah, third one is the correct answer. The question number 64. Question number 64. The total volume of air accommodated in the lungs, the end of the forced inspirations. They are directly asking the questions. Total lung capacity, TLC, total lung capacity is equal to ERV plus TV plus, yeah, RV plus IRV. That's the inspiratory reserve volumes plus tidal volume plus respiratory volume, residual volume and inspiratory reserve volumes, collectively called total lung capacity. Total lung capacity approximately 500 and 800 mm. Yeah, ml. Clear? This is called as the TV plus IRV. That is called inspiratory capacity. Remaining things we will discuss in the next video.